Hi there, I am back with another recap from World Open Round 4. I was playing against Arthur Go, Grandmaster. Actually, it seems like, he is very young, and he hasn't been played like for a very long time, so I didn't know what to expect, and I decided to play French. The line that actually my student played against me, so I was like, okay. I don't only teach my students how to play the opening, I also play the openings. I don't. Some coaches like teach BS to the students, but I don't do that. Anyways, so I decided that why not to play against Arthur. So we followed the line. If you haven't watched my first recap, go ahead and watch it. In that game, I played here Bishop G5, but my opponent plays King H1, which is a quite interesting move. And I played H6, and then he played Bishop E3. I was like, there was only one move I didn't remember how to react. It was Bishop E3. Bishop E3 actually quite interesting move, and my opponent wasn't happy with this move. I was like, that's a that's a great move to my eye. Maybe I should. I haven't checked my file, but perhaps Bishop E7, Knight E3, F3 castle may be the main line. At least my engine was showing this as a first line and complicated position. But then I remember something somewhere seeing this knight a5, knight c4 idea. So I went for that. Knight a5, bishop d3. Initially, actually, I was gonna play knight c4 here. Then this looked so scary to me. Knight d5, bishop b5, and knight to f4. So knight e3, fe, bishop f1, queen f1, and as you guys can see that I'm exchange up, but his pawns and I don't know d5, e6. I was like, I didn't like this option, and I took e3. So here I think my first inaccuracy comes in this position. I should have played bishop b4. And I did think about bishop b4 in a slightly different position, but here it works much better. And white needed to find here nice move, knight to g1. Knight g1, bishop c3, sacrifice the pawn, and here to play for the compensation, and it's obviously complicated position. Both chances having chance. I'm not sure that this is not an easy move to make. So he probably was gonna play something like rook c1 or and then I can take, let's say, take bc and bishop b5. I am completely fine. Instead, I went knight c4, bishop c4, rook c4. I underestimated this knight d2 move. Knight d2, rook c7, and e4. Suddenly, I am in trouble. I'm in trouble because my king is in the center. If my bishop was on e7, I would next move I would castle and would be fine. But still, so I play bishop c6. He takes cd. And I felt like maybe it was time to take this move, but I couldn't make myself to make such a move. Looks disgusting, but perhaps I need to do what desperate times, desperate measures. So I should have played this structure, which is much better for white. Instead, I took d5. My opponent took and played nice move queen g4, and here again there was a g6 move, much safer. I should have gone for this position, which is worse for black, but I think quite holdable. Instead, I went to this crazy idea, h4, h3, and rook h5. I thought that, oh, I am gonna play rook f5. My worst piece I'm gonna trade, and position is gonna be great. But engine says not so fast, young man. Knight d4, rook f5, queen h4, and here, here if I take f1, I was thinking that I would take a2 or something, but the position is completely busted after knight d6. So only way to play this position, I play rook c2. He goes queen g4, and he has extra pawn, initiative, and I'm gonna suffer. But luckily, he was spending so much time, couldn't come up with a great move. So here he played rook c1 and sacrificed the queen. At least here he should have taken h4. He sacrificed the queen, and I thought that this position I have a very good chances, as black. My queen is well placed, and I was very optimistic for the future perspective. But here he comes up with a nice idea, and I'm not sure about nice, but basically simplifies the position. He was low on time. Let me check how many minutes he had here. He had here like a 13 minutes, 19 minutes he spent quite, and played knight c4. First I was like, what's he doing? I take here, knight d6, bishop d6, e6, rook b7. I'm gonna play g6 and move the king here, perfect position. Then I realized that his intention was that ed, queen d6, rook e1 check. Now if I king f8, there is checkmate, so I cannot do that. In this position I thought for a bit about this move, but I was like, this is too risky, you know. The pawn is alive. I don't think that I have a winning chance, so I took d6. He checked, king d8, he took a b7. I played queen d2, forcing the rook to go. Even though it wasn't forcing, he had rook b7 move, but he played rook f1, queen d5, rook b3, g6. And in this position I was like thinking like, oh, I am outplaying my opponent, and soon I'm gonna have advantage. I mean, I thought maybe already I have advantage because I have an extra pawn, and if I can put king to the safe location, I will be playing g5, g4. But I definitely overestimated my position. This is just draw. I played queen a5, which was, I think, very bad move. In a sense, like bad. I mean, it didn't change the evaluation, but I felt like it was much easier for my opponent to equalize. Now f7 is hanging. So I decided, I was mad at myself because I was thinking that I missed the chance with queen c4. Engine says it is draw, but I feel like if I played queen c4, it would have put him in the difficult spot. So he plays rook c1, queen f1, king h2. Maybe I go king f6, you know. Now he is not, maybe he is on time to do this idea. Wow, maybe I was wrong actually. Perhaps it was just draw. Anyway, here I was mad and I decided to continue the game. And also I thought that I have always perpetual, why not to play, let him a bit suffer more. No mercy for my opponents. So a4, I put pawn on a4, so in case I can trade queen for 2 rooks, pawn endgame would be winning, but there is no way to do. So here I came up with an interesting idea, g5, queen e5, f4. And you know, if he plays something like this, I have queen e1, king h2, even this position is draw. I guess everything was draw, so eventually I did perpetual here, I offered draw. My opponent accepted. Yeah, overall the opening didn't go well for me. I did not react the best possible way. Again, I don't know what's my problem in this tournament, but I am really having an issue with the thinking. I'm playing quite fast, and sometimes it leads me to the position that where I am much worse. I'm much worse, but I was again lucky. Like yesterday I was lucky today, but I need to urgently change something. Otherwise this luck will not last long. Hopefully I will come tonight's game with a good game. I will do my best. Thank you very much. See you soon. If you haven't subscribed, please do.